at City Hall. We're about to go talk to the mayor. Let's go see what he got to say.
Hey,
How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. Okay, Mayor Whitten, tell me what's going on in the city in the next couple of weeks. I heard you have a lot going on.
we do.
Okay,
We do.
what do we got?
Well, starting Friday, we're going to welcome 27 people from Nomoutier, France, which is our sister city.
Right.
20 of them are students, 6 are chaperones, and 1 is a leftover kid. I guess they picked up somewhere. just
an extra one.
just an extra kid. But they'll be coming in this Friday night. They'll be with us for 2 weeks.
Okay.
For 2 weeks, we will have them in and out of the school. We'll be doing various events with them. We'll take them to the Emerald Zoo. We'll take them to the Nixon Farm where they have the maze event out there. We'll take them to the Moody Ranch to experience cowboy life. That's just outside the city.
Okay.
We'll take them to the RC car park where they can run those little cars all around the tracks over there.
Sounds
We'll
fun.
take them to the golf course where they can practice their team with that tracer golf we have, the computerized
Right.
golf. We'll take them to there. We're going to take them to Gordon Martial Arts so they can practice up on martial arts skills.
Okay.
There's just so many things going on to keep them involved. I'll be hosting them in a barbecue. The first day they're here is called a Mayor's Welcome Barbecue.
Right.
And then that night we'll take them to Trunk or Treat, which they, get all the goods out of the back of the vehicles, and then they'll stay for a movie called Casper at 7 p.m.
Okay.
And all the time we're doing that, we're getting ready for City Government Week.
Awesome. Now, what's City Government Week? Because I heard it's a lot going on with City
There's
Government
a lot
Week.
going on, a lot going on. The Florida League of Cities, which is basically an organization that advocates for home rule in our cities, they advertise to us every year in the month of October. You should have City Government Week, where people really get connected and feel like they know what's going on in your city government. So on the 21st, the first day of City Government Week, we're going to recognize all the people that sit on our boards, not the elected officials.
Right.
The people who volunteer their time. They're on the planning board. They're on my Citizens Advisory Council, or they're on a Veterans Advisory Council, or they volunteer. We're going to recognize them, read good things about them, give them a certificate, coin them, do all kinds of things. We're going to do that at 5:30. Then at 6, we have a regular city council meeting, and that's when I'll formally welcome the French people. I'll do a proclamation. I'll do a proclamation for all the people who come from France.
Okay.
So that's Monday night. On Tuesday night, I'm going to do something that sounds like almost sounds like a failure, but I'm doing it anyway. I do presentations periodically. They're called
Okay.
historic hotspots. First one I did was the most controversial presidential election ever.
Right.
Then I did one of the most controversial Supreme Court decision ever.
Right.
The one on the 22nd is city government. And it scares me that no one will show up, and I'll tell you why. Because people genuinely believe they know everything there is to know about city government. And I'm not making fun of that.
Right.
They really believe that because they picked it up, whatever. But we really can't do some of the things they think we can do. And so during the city government presentation, I'll be able to lay out to them, here's what we can do, here's why we can't work on, say, State Road 85.
Right.
Here's why we can't build you no high school. Just educate people. But like I said, if you think you know about it already, you probably won't show up.
Right.
But anyway, I'd like people to show up. 6 p.m. on the 22nd at the library.
So 6 p.m., the 22nd of October, at the library here in Okaloosa County in Crestview.
Right here in Crestview. That's
Okay.
right.
All right.
Okay. Now on Wednesday, signifying our not our need, our what we should be doing for our people, serving our people. We're going to go to the hub and serve meals.
Awesome.
All the elected official leadership will be there. It's neat. We've done it in a few years, and we don't tell people ahead of time. And so some person sitting there, all of a sudden, the meal is being delivered by the mayor of Crestview. They go, "What's going on here? I need some extra money." No, we just
Oh, don't
Yeah.
forget the tip, right?
That's right. No, you have to be careful about that. We make sure the waitress is
Right.
with us or the waiter for
Right.
two reasons. Number one, because if we took the order, we'd mess it up.
Right.
And number two, we want to make sure they get the tips.
Understood.
They don't try to give the tip to me.
Right. Right. That's a blessing in
On,
itself.
on Thursday, we're bringing back something we did about 8 years ago that was so popular we never did it again, which I couldn't figure out. So we're bringing back the spirits of Crestview.
Okay. What is
People at nighttime
Right.
will walk along the streets, and at every street corner
Mhm.
will be an individual that grew up in Crestview and has some influence on the city. So they'll be dressed up
that? Right.
like the old times, and they'll say like, "I'm Joe Smuckatelli, and I was the first mayor of Crestview in 1896 or whatever, you know."
Right. Right.
Not that long ago, actually. I think it was 19 whatever it was, but anyway. And so you go from station to station.
Okay.
It's free. The only reason people have to register because we have to divide the groups up. We can't have 50 in one group, 10 in another group, so we try to keep it like 15 to 20 people.
Right.
So that's what we're going to do Thursday night.
Okay.
Friday, Friday, we're going to host the French adults only at a gala over the exchange. I
Okay.
say adults only because there'll be French wine and stuff like that. We want the kids
Of
over
course.
there.
Of course.
So we'll be doing that, and that's in cooperation with the exchange, which is an apartment complex on Old Bethel Road.
Okay.
Saturday is our fall festival from 2 p.m. until 6 p.m.
All right.
I'm going to tell you, it's really a big daytime trick or treat. All the kids dress up in the costumes.
Right.
People bring their dogs down, and every booth has candy. We sugar up everybody. We'll
Nothing wrong with that.
no, we'll get thousands of people down there. It's a great event. And then Sunday, I have what I call a pastors advisory group. I meet with them periodically. About 20, 25 pastors in the city will meet with me, and we plan different events. I've asked them on Sunday to pray over the city.
Okay.
So each church, I want them to say a special prayer for all the people in Crestview, for the leadership at Crestview or whatever.
Right.
And so that'll bring our city government week to an end.
Okay.
And then we'll continue with the French visitors with us.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, Mayor, this has been more than a pleasure to meet you finally. And we're going to be back because I heard you have some more stuff coming up for the winter as well.
Oh,
You want to
yeah.
tease that?
Yeah. You know, we're always going to have a Veterans Day parade. We've had
Okay.
that, I think, forever. You know, so we're going to do that. We have a Christmas market. We always have, so people can come downtown and buy things before the Christmas season. We always have the Christmas parade. We'll have another movie coming up. Joey the Jeweler loves to show the Polar Express every year.
Love it.
And even though I think, gee, don't you get tired of that? People don't.
No,
They show up.
it's a
They show up
holiday
every year.
favorite.
It's a
Holiday
tradition
favorite.
with Joey.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have and then we always end the year, of course, we have the New Year's Eve celebration down on Main Street. So
Okay.
always have something going on.
Most definitely. Hope you don't mind, but I'm going to start popping up at some of this stuff if you're
No, I
okay
don't-
with it.
Oh no, I'd love to have you there.
Okay, awesome. Well, Mayor Whitten, thank you. It's been great. I appreciate your time.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it too.
All righty. What's going on, family? Hey, look, check this out. We just left Crestview, right? Now, when we left for Crestview, we had plans on going to talk with the mayor. Then we got to explore a bit of downtown. Now, in the process, we got a little hungry, so we stopped at the Hideaway and grabbed something, probably the best pizza in Crestview. I don't know if you ever been there, but you go check it out. It was most definitely cheesy. Check it out. I'm trying to tell you, if you like cheese on your pizza, I mean, the toppings were great. Everything was amazing. However, the cheese was where it was at. Don't underestimate them by all means. I'm gonna need you to go check them out. So here's a couple of little snippets of where we just came from, what's going on in the city of Crestview, and what's about to happen when we're going back, okay? Y'all check it out. Crestview, what's going on? We here. I don't know what's going on. I'm following you. So check this out. We are in downtown Crestview. It's all new. It's changing up. We talked to the mayor earlier. He said he got a lot going on. So So we're about to see firsthand what he got going on. Follow us. All right, look, we're downtown Crestview. I'm looking for places to come see you. Where am I going? I don't know. Kind of hungry though, so let's check something out. All right, once again, we're in Crestview still. We're at Hideaway Pizza. About to have some of the best pizza in Crestview. Let's check it out. All right, thank you to the mayor of Crestview. And I could have done that more gooder. I Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Hold on. My other line ringing. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. What? Well, you don't say. Okay. All right. I'm gonna call you back. Hey, hold. Hey, look, I'm gonna call you back too. I'm gonna call everybody back. I'm calling y'all back. Call y'all. I gotta go. What y'all doing? Y'all looking for a place to go? Y'all looking for a place to have y'all event in Fort Walton? Y'all should go check out somewhere else. Episode 2. Hey, look, we made it. We made it to episode 2. And we gonna do episode 2 stuff. So y'all ready? Here we go. All right, this is a plea for help. If y'all know any place that we don't plan on going, that we need to go, let us know. I mean, we down for everything. We want to do this and that, and we ain't scared. We ain't scared. We ain't no punks. We ain't no punks around here. I'm not gonna go to a Diddy party. That'll be about it. All right, just keeping it serious for once. This next clip is about mental health. We're not gonna cut it, we're not gonna edit it, we're not gonna chop it, we're not gonna do anything. Conversation needs to be had, so we're gonna have it here once, and then whatever else important, we'll do the same thing for, all right? So once again, Frank does everything, including care about your mental health. All right, man. So, Jermaine Williams, I appreciate you blessing us with your presence, man. Because I know you're busy.
I am. But, you know, when you've done so much to help me in my career, man, whenever you call, man, I'm on the way. I'm already there. So,
and I appreciate that. But once again, I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it because I see where you're headed.
Yeah,
and
I appreciate it.
In any speed bump I can get you past, that's what I'm there for.
You got me through a lot. I mean, since watching the talent shows back in I ain't gonna tell our age, but you know.
As my kids would say, back in the 1900s.
Ooh, good old days.
Right, that part. So, man, look, I had to bring you here because I need to know what all you got going on. It's been a minute since we caught up.
I know. Well, you know, of course, the short film is Clinical.
Right.
Which just recently, we screened here in Pensacola. And
right.
It's making its way through the film festival circuit, and it's doing really good. Of course, you know, I'm a mental health professional, so that's my number one goal. That's number one, you know, specializing in addiction and suicide prevention, and especially with here in Escambia County, with us being number one in opioid overdoses. What month are we? So that's
we are
in October.
Yeah, we're in October.
So that's 25 straight months we have been number one in the state for opioid overdoses.
That is crazy.
It's very, very crazy. So, you know, being on the front lines is everything. But I use my gifts that God gave me through music, you know, to with the Depression Freestyle,
Right.
talking about substance use and suicide, which, you know, I've been through, and I know you know my story.
Yeah.
Addicted to drugs and alcohol for 13 years.
Yeah.
Next month it'll be 9 years sober for me.
Congratulations again, my boy.
You know, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
And
man.
you know, so, you know, Depression Freestyle, you know, I made it because I was, like always, because I struggle with bipolar and,
Right.
and you know, other things. So, you know, at the top of the year when the ball dropped, everybody was celebrating. I was fighting suicide. So what I did was I wrote about it.
Yeah.
So anyway, that video went on. It's in the film festival circuit, and it's won a couple awards. And of course, it's clinical. It's making its way. And
Right.
rescue addiction is something else. You know, just trying to just move back here from Jacksonville, man. Coming back home, and it's a brand new day. Even the air feel different here. You know.
I mean, on top of that, it was cold today. So
Yeah,
I mean,
that probably would be it.
yeah. But no, man, and you know, like you said, we've known each other for a while. So I saw the change both ways, there and back. And you know, like I said, any way that we can get this information out, and I can help you do that, just let me know, because I honestly, I think this is something that is not being talked about in our community enough, period. Like whatsoever.
Absolutely.
You know, you got people glorifying pill popping and all this other whatnot, and you know, these rappers dying left and right from overdoses, and they can't seem to get it through their head that, like, that whatever your drug of choice, don't care what you do, how much money you got.
Absolutely.
You know, it can be you.
Yeah. And you know, I never thought that, you know, in my 13 years of addiction that I would say 9 years later, thank God I did drugs when drugs were safe.
Isn't that crazy?
And I did some hard drugs, you know.
Isn't that crazy?
It's unbelievable.
Because
And
fentanyl taking them out.
it just takes you a grain of salt worth of fentanyl to take you out. And that's all it takes.
That
So,
is
you know, if
crazy.
you don't have any Narcan on hand, which is plentiful here in Escambia County,
Right.
if you don't have that on hand, then it's tough. It's tough. But other than that, man, you know, I use my gifts to talk about my struggles and how I overcame them, to let people know that they're not alone, whether it's writing books, making movies, going into television shows.
Right.
No matter what it is, music videos, that's what we're doing here in Pensacola.
And it's a beautiful thing, man. And your talent is crazy.
Thank you.
Like your pen, whether it's for a book or for music or a script.
Right.
You know.
I appreciate that.
Well, I mean, and also a lot of people don't know you've been doing this literally since the 90s, bro.
Since the 90s.
You've been using that pen to get your message across a hot minute.
Yeah, and I tell you, I just love to see the ball in other people, in the young people hand, because they are running with it. Because, you know, back in our day, you had to have your CD, a physical CD. It wasn't no going over here, recording, and about a day later it's on the internet. Like, no. You had to go through disc makers, and, you know, it took about 3 to 4 weeks, and then you got to beat down the door with Sam Goody, Blockbuster Music to get it in there. Those days are over.
Not everybody was, you know, knew how to edit stuff on computers, so you had to find somebody to actually make your CD.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, man. Our first CD that we did back in 1999 ran about $5 grand. Just for 1,000 CDs. You know.
And think about $5 grand back then.
That's when $5 grand was $5 grand.
Facts.
That was when it really was 5,000.
Right.
That's when gas was 99 cents a gallon.
Right.
So you know what 5,000 could do.
Right.
Yeah.
That was big money.
It was. But, you know, and I love to see the stuff that you're doing now. You know, like, it's really showcasing what Pensacola is. You know, a lot of people, Pensacola, when I used to live in Jacksonville, people who've never visited our city, they always think it's small, super small. I was like, it's small enough to be comfortable, but it's big enough to get lost in.
And that's true. I mean, and that's one of the reasons I made this show. And I'm highlighting even some of the smaller places in the Gulf Coast. Like I said, we were in Crestview earlier. And I want to show people that there's stuff to do. People, oh, there ain't nothing to do here.
Exactly.
Oh, well, this isn't going on. No, all of this stuff actually is going on, and it's going on right here. And this is to glorify that. This is to glorify the positive things. This is to glorify the fun. This is to glorify the relaxation.
Absolutely. I was watching one of your episodes. I was like, man, I'm getting down there to get some of that candy. I didn't even know that candy place existed.
Exactly.
So, and as much as we walk up and down Palafox, you just never know what these shops have to offer.
Exactly. And I want to do the same thing for, Gulfport, Biloxi, Mobile, and then like the places in between, Saraland, Gautier, Navarre, like Crestview, Century. I'm gonna go up to Century, man. I got to go holler at the mayor of Century at some point in time.
Yeah, absolutely. I rode through Century the other day, man. I wouldn't mind living over there and driving into Pensacola.
Yeah, I love Century, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
Absolutely. But, and I just think that, Pensacola is on the rise.
It is.
It really is. And, you could just kind of see some of the things that all city, no matter the culture, no matter, sexual orientation, none of that, people are making waves in their own way, and it's bringing a lot of attention to the city.
And what's crazy is they're doing it all in one block. If we take a spin around this block, everything that you've just mentioned, from the cuisine to the lifestyles to the music culture, I drink. You sober, but I still drink. There's wine, beer, bourbon, literally all of that in a 2-minute walk from right here where we're sitting right now.
No, that's true. Now, I'm an avid Florida State fan. And
unfortunately.
Go Noles. But there was a I listened to Wake Up War Chant. And they were, for about a year, they were sponsored by a brewery here. I can't think of the name of it, but I know their signature drink. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't a brewery, it was a coffee place. And their signature drink was the Blue Angel coffee. And DeLuna coffee.
DeLuna,
I think it was DeLuna coffee. And I'm living in Jacksonville at the time. I'm like, wow. Pensacola has its footprints throughout this nation's culture.
Yeah.
One of my favorite books and movie is The Green Book. Have you seen The Green Book?
I've seen The Green Book.
Shirley is from Pensacola.
I did know that.
You knew that?
I did.
I thought, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And some of the things and the people and, just the rich culture here, man. I'm so glad that you're just showcasing so much that we have to offer. And I don't care what no one says. I don't care what the history book says. And I definitely don't care what St. Augustine say. We're the first city in America.
Number one. Please don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I love St. Augustine. I love it. It's a beautiful place. However, we did it first.
Absolutely.
We did it first.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, so I appreciate everything that you're doing with everything that you have going on, showcasing some of this stuff, because this has to be hit. This has to be said. And we're not going to edit any of this clip out. So this is going to be one long clip, just so y'all know, because what's being said needs to be talked about. It's about what's going on here in the area. And this is deeper than just entertainment.
Absolutely.
He's touching lives on a level that most people don't get to see. You're gonna come out and see me at this bar, and we're gonna be laughing and kikiing. But when people get in their car, as soon as they leave here, a lot of them cry, and they don't talk about that. They really don't. I mean, and if you want to be true, some nights I do it, But this is where therapy comes in. A lot of people don't want to talk about that. Oh, that's man. Look, go to therapy, please.
Absolutely. The mental health. Wow. I just said one thing. I was talking to somebody the other day. Some of our parents didn't have the luxury to even talk about mental health.
It's true.
They just displayed the symptoms that was forced on us. And sometimes some people to this day blame their parents for the symptoms that they were, displaying, and made them a hard parent or a difficult parent. But our generation has the luxury of a stigma-free mental health. And mental health is the overall health of your mental, And so whether it's, diagnosis or mental illness or addiction, no matter what it is, take care of yourself. Don't worry about what no one else say, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because I'm telling you, people are watching you, no matter who you are. Somebody is watching you. Somebody is following your lead. And we're all leaders in our own right.
In our own way.
I tell you what, the best leaders lead without worrying about any consequences, you know. So I would say take care of your mental health, please. That's number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So.
Yeah. And it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Definitely.
You know, honestly, one of my favorite colors is pink. You know, my daughter,
Real men wear pink.
Right, real men wear pink. And, you know, my daughter, 14, 15 years ago told me my favorite color was pink.
That's
so,
how it
it stuck with it was originally purple, but I had to add pink to the repertoire, so there we go. Well, Jermaine, I really appreciate you taking your time, man. I know it's late.
Problem.
I know it's late, and I'm gonna get you home. But
we had a good time at Casket Flights tonight, man. Listen, karaoke was amazing. I needed tonight. When you do the kind of work I do, you need the kind of. Sorry, gotta make sure that wasn't I'm on call 24/7.
24/7.
But listen, come down to Casket Flights every Wednesday. Karaoke, best fun ever. I promise, man. And ooh, what a self-care. That was so cool tonight, man. I ain't gonna even lie. I had a great time.
Good. I appreciate it. Thank you again,
No
sir.
problem, man. Love you, bro.
Okay, love you now. Hey, look, check this out. Frank Does Everything, 10 o'clock every Friday, okay? Don't forget it. We're going to have more from people in the city, more from people around different cities. We're going to go, you know, once again, from Biloxi to Panama City and everywhere in between, north and south. We don't care. If you're watching this on Blab TV, we're coming to you at some point in time for something. Once again, we're not going to edit this out. We're not going to cut any content. This is going to be one long shot. And we're going to do it because mental health is just that important. That doesn't happen. Normally, we have commercials, whatever the case may be. This is not going to be it. All right. We love y'all. Be safe.